Hi Tumblr, it's me Brandywine. I am making this video because I had a couple people ask me about my adventures at MEPs. So here's my story. I took the ASVAB on June 27th, this past Monday, and the hardest part about that test was the length. It's really hard for me to sit still for 2 or 3 hours. So I got really antsy and pretty frustrated. But yeah, I clearly survived. Once everybody got done taking the ASVAB, we took a shuttle down to the hotel, and MEPS is in downtown Minneapolis, and the hotel is in Mendota Heights, right by Egan, like right off of Yankee Doodle Road. So for anybody who knows the Minnesota metro area, yeah. And I dipped right away. Sarah, my best friend, came and picked me up, and we went out to eat Panda Express. And I got back to the hotel room, showered, got to bed at a decent time, got to bed at like 10. And I could not sleep. I wasn't nervous, I wasn't excited, I just couldn't sleep. My wake-up call was 4 a.m. and that's usually my bedtime. So yeah, I was fine with not getting any sleep because, I don't know, I felt just fine. I had plenty of energy. And yeah. So the bus is supposed to leave at 5 a.m. So I got downstairs 20 minutes before then to eat, because that's plenty of time for me. I'm a fast eater and all that. So got downstairs and the bus driver said, "Get on the bus." So I didn't eat breakfast, which once again wasn't a big deal because I wasn't really hungry. And I was like, I'll just wait for lunch. No big deal. We got to MEPS at 5 a.m. And from there, we went through security, checked in, and then went to medical right away. They split us up between the people who were shipping out that day and people doing medical and stuff like that. We're taking the ASVAB. So we went to medical, and they briefed us and had us fill out our paperwork and all that jazz. And after we finished that, we went into the waiting room, and the females did urine analysis right away, and that was my first time peeing in front of somebody, or at least having somebody watch me pee. I had my first pregnancy test, my first drug test, and my very first breathalyzer test ever, all 3 of them. So yeah, I'm clean and not pregnant. From there, I had blood drawn, I had hearing tests, I had vision, which I wear contacts. I used to wear glasses. My distance is 2,400. So I am not eligible for a couple rates or jobs like aviation and stuff like that, which isn't a big deal for me because I'm not really interested in aviation. So yeah, and we did medical history, which wasn't a big deal, and from there we did what people call the underwear Olympics, where you're in a room with a bunch of girls. There were 7 or 8 of us, and you strip down to your underwear and your bra. They tell you no thongs and stuff, so everybody's in like granny panties or boy shorts or whatever the hell you want to call them, in sports bras. And they weigh us. They do, I think, agility tests, like to see if you can rotate your shoulders and you don't have flat feet and all that other stuff. You do the duck walk. If you don't know what a duck walk is, Google it, because I'm sure as hell not doing a duck walk for you. There are also no female doctors, so we had to have a female chaperone, I guess. One of the nurses with us when we went in for the we had a breast exam. They pushed on your stomach to make sure you didn't have any growths, I guess. Make sure everything was okay. Then, because I'm 21, there were a bunch of girls who didn't know what the hell they were talking about, saying that I had to have a pap smear, which I knew was bullshit because it's not an actual doctor's appointment. It's just a look over, I guess. But yeah, you put your feet in stirrups, and the doctor's like way back, like nowhere near. You spread your legs. He goes, okay, you can close them, and that's that. That's the longest you're naked for, and you have a gown on anyways. So, and I went pretty close to last for the exam, so I didn't end up getting out of medical until a quarter after noon. Or wait, no. I didn't end up getting out of there until 12:45 actually. And lunch was from 10:30 to 12:30, so I didn't get lunch either. Which was fine because I'd been hungry before. I knew I was going to live. I wasn't going to be there forever, and I'd be able to eat when I was done, so... And I don't think, I'm really picky, which I have to clearly get over, and I don't think I would have eaten what they served anyways, so no loss there. After that, I went to the liaison office for the Navy, and there was a bit of a wait, so they had me run errands and do some, it was actually pretty fun, just hanging out. Everybody was joking with me and stuff, so yeah. But when I finally was seen, I got to pick my rate and all that, which I'm not telling you guys, sorry, but I still have to talk to my recruiter for a couple of things, so yeah. Right now I'm keeping it under wraps. And, oh, there were a couple girls that, one was 17, one was 18. I bit my tongue for as long as I could, but I simply did not have patience for them. Anytime somebody left the room, they would just start talking about them. And sometimes they wouldn't even wait for them to leave the room. They'd think they'd be out of earshot when the person really wasn't. And it was just stupid stuff that they had no business talking about. And so I basically I told them I was a bitch. I told them to shut the fuck up and grow up, and you're going to get your asses kicked if you don't watch your mouth, because you're going to say it and say something and it's going to get back to the person and they're going to punch you straight in the face. They were both small town kids. Like, they were whining about how one of them didn't sleep the night before, and they were whining about that, and how it took a 2.5 hour drive to get here. And I'm just like, okay, really? You want to do this? You chose to do this. Nobody's forcing you to do this. Suck it up. 2.5 hours really isn't that long of a drive. But yeah, so after that, I swore in. Raised my right hand, said, I, Brandy Wine, middle name, last name, all that jazz. Legit swore in. So yeah, it's official. But right now I don't leave until February. But it'll probably move up. It'll most likely move up. And so after that I went home. My recruiter brought me Chipotle, and I went home and I passed out. So yeah, that's my story. Bye.